Hey, we meet again. 2 stories from Surviving Infidelity. The first deals with a woman and her boyfriend who is contacting other women via social media. The second is about a husband whose wife is sending intimate pics to another guy. As always, spelling and grammar mistakes courtesy of Reddit. Lol. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps this channel grow. Thank you. This story is titled, Is This Cheating? I don't know where to start. We have had a very one-sided push and pull relationship. In November 2019 our sex started to become less. This was after he started noticing that it became better each time and also after I asked for my needs to be met. Our sex was very one-sided, just like the rest of the relationship. Whenever I asked for something it was not met, and he would always say that he would forget. I asked him to stop choking and hitting me during or at least to do it less hard. That too was met with his forgetfulness. After a doctor's visit and countless reminders, he did in fact stop and so did all the sex. I hope the focus will go to the cheating part as that is the part I need advice for and validation for. After I asked him for us to become Facebook official, he became angry. I then noticed that he was always online on Instagram. We have been together for a year and a couple of months at this point. I have never snooped or looked around. I then noticed that he was only following random women on his Instagram. So of course, what do people say? This is okay, let him be. I had a terrible feeling about it though, as he was always online on there but had no posts and following all these random local women. And no sex, no care, etc. I am busy with law school and was in my second year and then this pandemic started as well so I let it go. During the summer I found out that he lied about his education. He pretended to have a higher degree than he told me. I figured it out again because I had a bad feeling in my gut and with how he was I thought it strange that he did not add this to his LinkedIn. And he often showed great distaste for others graduating from a more specific field from that university, which I found odd. Sadly, he lied about this too. Come August 2020 I found out he was seeing someone he used to date and told her that he was single. I insisted that the Facebook status or a photo of us on any social media platform was important to me. He tried to make me the unreasonable one for finding social media suddenly so important. He agreed but it took a while and when he did, he hid it and also deleted a string of 7 women from his friends list. In November 2020 I found out that he was on Tinder actively and talking to women asking them to meet up if they were in bed also setting up dates to meet up and in a pandemic mind you. The women from Instagram were often from Tinder. And he would also send women that he had super liked a message on Instagram telling them so. There was also another woman he was talking to trying to get together with and he even contacted her through LinkedIn. I found out about this in January 2021. She told me she asked him to stop because she has a boyfriend now. There is also another woman and he keeps trying to contact her as well. He told me that he has not cheated because he has not had sex with them. But with the grand scale of all these women and how much time he has spent on them. And he keeps adding them on Facebook too and he deletes everything now. He was actively meeting up with them and chasing them and hiding his relationship status with me. He would also WhatsApp them of course. He becomes angry and blames it all on me. And I do not see remorse. I have to ask him to read up on articles etc. He says he is trying but all I see is him trying to hide it better. I saw texts of him pleading to yet another woman to please continue talking to him as he is sad to hear that she no longer wishes to and if they can be friends. Is this cheating? Am I wrong? I am hurt and I do not feel like second place but like the 100th. It is also like hurting me does not matter to him. I feel completely disrespected, like a piece of rubbish. I do not even know why he is with me. This experience makes me feel like a ghost. How can we fix this? Is there any fixing to it? He gave me his Facebook and Instagram passwords, but the last evidence I have of him contacting other women was January 12th. We do not live together. What am I supposed to do? He keeps saying he will change but alas. Thank you for reading all of this. We have been together for over 2 years and the dead bedroom has been going on since November 2019. Before that we had a year-long active sex life, albeit it was always his way. He also told me 6 months after the start of our dead bedroom, 1.5 years of our relationship, that he did not want to tell me, but that my lady parts do not fit his male part. I am exhausted, tired, and feel so unwanted and unworthy. Comment 1. Yes, it is cheating. You said it yourself, he has shown no remorse for his behavior. That alone is enough to say you should leave. Add in the physical abuse, of choking and hitting you during sex despite your objections makes this scream leave now. Don't wait any longer. He has shown he does not truly care and that he will not change. Leave and find someone who will love you and treat you like you deserve. You deserve better than this, absolutely. Comment 2. Oh God, lady, I couldn't even finish. Stopped on the part of him lying about having higher education. What the frick are you still doing with this guy? Just pack up and leave. ASAP. This checks all of the boxes for an abusive relationship. Leave, leave, leave. The sooner the better. Block him on everything and ghost him. Comment 3. Yes, he is a cheater, but you have way more issues than just that. He is a liar and he can't respect your boundaries during sex. It's absolute BS that he just forgets. He lied about his education. He clearly has absolutely zero respect for you. He seeks out other women. I couldn't even read your whole post because of the amount of BS that he's done to you. You're in law school. Keep your head up and on and be the best person you can be. He is holding you back. You sound miserable. Comment 4. Not a mental health professional, but he sounds sociopathic. Pack your stuff and move when he is gone. Ghost him on all media. Block his phone number. Get counseling. Reach out to family and friends and explain, so they won't give the sociopathic boyfriend your info. Reply from Op. Thank you so much. I once told someone how he farts a lot around me, picks his nose and eats it, and even goes to the toilet while leaving the door open. And this person told me that these may be signs of him being pathological. I think you may be right. Comment from I just read it. Those things don't make someone pathological. They make that person gross. They make that person inconsiderate. They make it obvious that she needs to get rid of this guy. This story is titled, Wife Had an Emotional Affair. Meet 35, wife 30. 3 months ago, my wife started changing her behavior towards me. She became more distant emotionally and physically. I pressed her one night to see if she would open up. I was in shock when she told me that she didn't love me anymore. It seemed like she had already made up her mind and wanted to leave me. We have been together for 13 years and married for 8 years. Have 3 kids that I looked after while she worked for the past 4 years. Yes, I was a stay-at-home dad, which made me miserable and depressed during that time. I felt like I was stuck in a rut and didn't know how to get out of it. I had gotten lazy and neglected things around the house. I gained more weight and just overall didn't feel good about myself. My wife made more money than me, so instead of paying someone to watch the kids, I stayed home. So, as you can imagine, she had given up on me. She said she wanted more from me. This is understandable. I have been ignoring our relationship and responsibilities. I told her that I would change and see if the person that she now sees is enough for her. I did everything I was supposed to be doing in the first place. I even got a part-time job. Things started getting better. We were talking more, going out on dates, just trying to reconnect. She was liking the new me. Plus, I was eating healthier and losing weight. After about a month of this, I looked in her phone one night while she was taking a shower. She had some pics in her deleted file. It was a screenshot of a text message that got my attention. The message to her was from a number I didn't recognize. Plus, there were some selfies and a pic of her lady parts in there as well. When she got out, I asked her about the number and who it was. She flat out said I don't know and didn't remember that conversation. The next morning before I went to work, I asked her again. She finally said it was an old friend that messaged her on Facebook. She told me he was a pastor and just needed someone to talk to and get advice. I was pissed. She confided in another man behind my back about our personal stuff. She kept texting while at work telling me she's sorry and that she loves me. It didn't help at all. My mind was taking me to a lot of bad stuff. That night when I got back, I had to get more out of her. In my gut I knew something else was going on. I told her I could get her texts back without even having her phone. I gave her a chance to come clean now and lessen the blow. She caved and said she sent him a pic of her lady parts, and have been talking for a month and a half. He was trying to convince her to come to his house and have sex. Full on sexting each other behind my back while we were going on dates and improving our marriage. They FaceTime each other while she was at work. Now I just found out that they actually met in person twice. The first time, she went to his house to meet his wife. WTF, why? The second time he went to her work and they hugged and talked. I don't get the meeting his wife thing. So, this married guy wants to take my wife. How can she go from not loving me to working it out and loving me within a short period of time? She stopped contact with him and deleted her Facebook account. I don't know what to do now. I want a postnup and she said she'll do anything I want. Am I crazy to think that they actually went all the way? Sorry, I'm not a good writer. Comment 1. Brother, I'm going to give it you straight, your wife is a liar. How long has she been lying to you about what has been going on? And you're going to believe she went to his house to meet his wife. Coming from her mouth. Tell her you want to meet his wife too. I don't think there's a pale enough shade of white her face will go. I will bet my last cent that is not why she was there and has never met the man's wife. I think you know that this rabbit hole goes deeper than you might realize. Oh, and by the way, adults don't have an emotional affair then get together to hug it out, they get together to fulfill all that nasty talk that's been happening for months. Just saying what you already know. Godspeed, brother. Comment 2. Just follow the logic. Why would two people meet after sexting and not actually have sex? That is what adults do. Maybe technically the guy's wife met your wife on her way out or something, and they were together. And the second time they hugged. That's nonsense. Prepare yourself for the truth that they had sex. Probably more than the 2 times she admitted to seeing him. You are free to reconcile if you wish. But I think you need to know exactly what you are dealing with. Tell her you need her to write out a timeline detailing everything she did and said and sent. If you are in a financial position to do so, you will follow up the timeline with a polygraph exam. One of the questions can be, is the timeline accurate as you have written it? You will never know 100%, but you can get close to the truth. And make sure this jerk's wife knows. It is imperative that she knows. And don't fall for, oh, he said his wife is crazy and she will kill him. That's his problem. She needs to have the information to make informed choices about her life. Finally, I would work on your career. Whatever you were doing before staying at home, you need to get back into that. It's not very PC, but there are still stigmas attached to stay-at-home dads. I think it's awesome and I wish I was able to when my kids were younger, but guys like the affair partner will use that info to undermine your relationship. Oh, he stays at home. Does he bake cookies? I know, I'm just kidding. Does he have an apron? Men like that will undermine you to your wife. I am sorry you have to go through this. It will probably get worse when you find out they most likely had sex, but as Winston Churchill said, when you are going through hell, keep going. You will get through this. You are worth the effort. Stay strong. Comment 3. Rule number 1 of dealing with cheaters, cheaters lie. Rule number 2 of dealing with cheaters, cheaters lie. She told you 5% of what really happened. It is so much worse than you are imagining right now. It always is. Comment 4. She went to his house to meet his wife. We should give awards for the worst wayward spouse lies. Lol. WTF is that? Thank you so very much for listening. Please check out my other videos and like and subscribe.